We Aussies are big on backyards, and with backyards comes sheds. Now, I couldn't live without my shed. As a carpenter, I get to store all my tools and various materials, and as a dad, I get to store our bikes and the kids' toys that we thought they'd actually be using. But whatever it is you want to store, a shed is a must for any home. Our sheds generally provide shelter and protection for the things that are important to us. And whether it's for our home, farm or business, sheds are there to keep our important belongings safe and sound. Interestingly, people's sheds can be their third biggest investment, behind their house and car. So it's important to make sure you ask the right questions and get the right shed for your needs. Obviously, not all sheds are the same, and it's a good idea to do some background information. Maybe write yourself a checklist of questions that you can ask, like what size steel do they use in the trusses? Do I get a choice of cladding? What flashings do they use in the doorways? Like, for example, this doorway here has a fantastic wraparound flashing, so there's no sharp edges as you walk through the doorway. All these questions you can ask prior to purchasing your shed. Most sheds available on the market here are Australian designed and built, but in some instances the shed and steel can be made somewhere else. Steel made by BlueScope Steel is 100% Australian made and guaranteed to meet or exceed Australian standards. In order for your shed to comply with the Building Code of Australia, the steel it's made from should comply with the relevant Australian standards. The concrete floor slab and frame in your house are designed specifically for your home site and wind load conditions. Like your house, your shed should also be engineered specifically for your site. Every shed is different in terms of the site, exposure to the elements and distance from other buildings. After combining this data with other important information such as the intended use of your shed and the site wind speed, your shed supplier should be able to determine the right design specification for you. There are even accreditation programs, such as ShedSafe in Australia, to protect shed buyers. ShedSafe accredited suppliers have had their engineering and design procedures assessed against current design codes, so they know what they're doing, which is great news for you. Another question you should ask yourself is whether your shed will stand up to Australia's harsh conditions. Australia has some of the highest UV levels in the world, which can play havoc with painted steels not designed to suit. Colorbond steel is tested against defects that you don't want to see appearing on your shed, such as blistering, cracking, flaking and peeling. In addition to the workmanship that goes into your shed, make sure the steel used to make your shed has a warranty. Roofing and walling in your shed made from Colorbond steel and Zincalume steel is backed by a warranty from BlueScope Steel. Colorbond, Zincalume and Galvaspan steels all have brand markings on the steel, which include information such as the brand name, the base metal thickness of the steel and the Australian standard to which they have been made to. If you're still not sure about any part of your shed, ask your shed supplier to see the brand markings inside the display sheds. And once your shed's been installed, check that the relevant brands have been used. It's only genuine if it says so on the steel. For peace of mind, it's worth checking.